Seller at 25 on pack W. Watching move over 1550. Go ahead and pop out break even. Watching 1590. Popping out break even again. Watching again 16. There's 17. Watching 17 break. Added for break at 17. Adding. Watching 17 here. Watching break at 17 here. It's coming down. There's the break. Watching 1750. Getting out the rest of my position at 1740. There's 18. Seller at 18. $18.40. Watching 18.50 and 8.19 here. Watching seller at 19. Adding. Watching 19 break. There's 19. Watching 20 here. Popping out at 1960. Now we're watching 1990 and 20 break. Gonna reduce my order size to 5,000 and we'll hit that multiple times instead. 10,000 is a bit much right now for the volume on this one. It's down to 18, 1750. I don't like how this candle's retracing most of the move. We'll be watching LYLT for a retest of 20, high day 22. So we'll get a starter at 19 probably, if it shows it wants to come back up. Starter here at 60, cutting it at 50 and 30. We'll wait. We'll wait. There's no need to rush it. CNTB is going. Could watch this for break of 50. Higher float though, 53 million. I'm also watching INVO on the side for it to get back above VWAP at 80. Hit 79. You know what? I might switch over to INVO. Okay, watching INVO here. Hit a high of 82 there. Can we hold 79 VWAP? Holding VWAP here is key for the longevity of this move. Watching 78. Doesn't look like it's gonna hold VWAP. Yeah, I just don't know if I want to trade the banking sector. It's moving just too fast for me. And right now I am in a drawdown where I do need to trade cautiously. So I'm not gonna be trading this even if I could make money on it. Hack W though. Sympathy momentum maybe? I could trade sympathy momentum. LILT in here at 18 for a starter for the break of 19 as it curls back up towards highs. Watching 19 here. And at 19, watching break of 20 here. Break of 20 is the key area. Watching 19 hold. There's 1920. Seller at 1930. Buy at 1980. Watching at 1930 here. 1930, you need to see that come down. There's 1970, watching 1920, or 1990, and break of 20. 5 minute chart looks great for the break of 20 and then up to 22. Adding for the break of 20, there's 2150, watching 21, watching 21 and 22, watching 21 here. Seller at 2070. Taking some more off at low 20s. Taking the rest off at low 20s. We'll add back for break of 21 and 22 if we see it forming. Watching 2060, there's a seller at 2060. So some sellers starting to step in at 2040, 2050, and 2060. Getting a starter here, 2040, watching 2060 seller. Adding at 2060, watching break of 21 here. Average is 2070, watching 21 break. Watching 2070. 2070. Buyers at 2050, watching 21 break here. There's 2130, 2140. Can we get the break over 22 here? Taking some off at 21. Took off half at 21. Watching this over 2150. Over 2150 for the break of 22. Buyers at 2120. Add at 2140. Okay, watching 2180, 2190. Break of 22 here. There we go. There we go. Taking the rest out at 22. Now watching 23. Looking for this thing to go a little bit parabolic. Taking a small loss there. No biggie. Big buyer there at 2180. So getting in here for that big buyer at 2180. Watching it hold 22. Big buyer at 22. Big buyer at 22. Can we get a bounce up to 22.50? I see that big buyer. We want to see it bounce off that big buyer. There we go. 22.50. Watching this break through 23. Right at 22.80. Watching 22.80. 23. Took a little bit off at 22.80. Watching 23. There's 23.80 or 23.30. There's 23.80. Watching 24. Watching 24 here. Break of 24 added for the break of 24. There's 24.50. Got most of it out, 24.50. Taking the rest off. Playing it safe. Hit a high of 24.70 there. Buyers at 24. Failing. Might need to see a pullback here. We have to wait for a big bid to pop up. Big bid there. Is it going to hold? 21.78. Okay, I'm going to get us started here with that big bid. Over 23 is an add. So watching 23 for an add. Cutting it at 22.50. Hit a low there of 21.78. Starter here. Watching this over at the 23.50. Okay. High of the last candle, 24.40. Taking it off break even. I should try and really buy those high day breaks. That's where I'm best at. Okay, watching high day break here. 24.50. Taking it off at 24. Was able to get out at 24. Took a small loss on that, like 30 bucks. Back in here, watch that seller at 24. Buyer at 23.90. Watching 24 hold. Now break of 25. Break of 25 here, 24.90. Break of 25. There we go. Nice. Watching 26. Watching 26 for an add. Took some off at 25.60. 26 for the add. There we go. Watch 26.70. Took the rest off at 26 before it flushed back down. Watch 26 again. Canceling that. Big buyer at 25. Is it gonna hold? Nope. I don't think it will. There we go. Watching the pullback down to 24. 23 possibly. And again, we're not going to buy until we see a big bid, or if it's at highs. Sellers at 24.50. Didn't see a big bid. Just a little bit worried about this move being a false move right here. 25.50 is the spot to watch. 25.50. Okay, starter here, 25.50. Gonna go ahead and pop out for a $30 loss. I'll hop back in here, 25.70. Watching break of 26 here. Break of 26. Watching 25.70, 25.80. And watching for the break of 26. It looks good for that break of 26. Okay, watching that seller at 28.586. It's coming down, watching break of 26 here. Break of 26, there we go. Watching 26.70. Watching 26.70 for break of high a day. There we go, watching 27. Taking profit as we hit highs. Out of it. There we go. Smaller breakout there. FCR is just kind of going, I guess. Grinding upwards from $2 all the way to 233, 34. I think I'm gonna wait until it gets closer to 250. And LYLTC. Notice how we're not trying to buy these dips right here. There's no big bids, so there's no point in trying to buy these dips until you actually see some buyers stepping into the stock. LFCR, it's basically just going straight up, very slowly. So I'm waiting for 240, seller at 240. There's 240, 43, 44. Alright. Take a stab here for break of 45, up to 50. Look for an add at 50. Watch 47. Watching break of 50. Adding for break of 50. Big seller came in. Taking it off at 46. Big seller came in at 46. VO. VO break a VWAP, possibly. VO still needs more volume. LYLT, I'm looking for it back over 26. There we go. Starter here at 26, and LYLT. Buyer at 25.50. Watching 26 break, 26.50. Okay, 26 broke. Watching 26.50. Add at 26.50. Watching 27 break. Watching break of 27 here. Out at 25. Damn. Darn it. I did bottom tick that candle. Hesitated just a little bit on that exit and it cost me a whole 200 bucks. Saw 26 and I was gonna sell. I saw 26 and I was gonna sell. But then hesitated just for a moment and I was at 25. It's okay though. We're still good on the day. FRC's curling up again. Buyer at 24. Watching 25. Gonna go ahead and cut it at 24.70. And I am gonna wait till it curls back up. Buyers at 24. It does feel like it's backside though, LYLT. So I'm going to wait. I'm just going to keep on waiting until it gets back up to 26, 27. There's definitely some resistance at 27 though. So I'm going to draw a line there. Okay, LYLT, watching 25. We got a starter here at 25.20. Cutting at 24. Took a $90 loss there, $80 loss. So, very topping tail wick. Good green volume, but just topping tail. I need to wait for it to hit 26 again for more confirmation that buyers are stepping in. LFCR high has a high of 250. Pivot at 40. Buyers in this candle. You can watch it or move through 240 up to 250. And at 38. Watching 40 here. Out at 35. One more time, the break of 40. At 38. Watching 40, 41. Having to cut it at 35. Big seller at 25 on LILT. Starter here at 34.50. See if we can get that girl back up to 50, 40. It's holding 30 for now. Out at 34. Watching 36, 37. Out at 36 on LSCR. Watching 26 on LT. There's 27. Break of 27. There's 27.20. 27.80. Watching as it breaks 28, 29. There's 29. Can we get break it to a 30 here? Watching 29. Taking it off at 28. Oh, what the hell? I'm short? The fuck? I don't know how I got short. Is this easy to borrow? How the hell did I get short? The hell? It's insane. I don't think this one's easy to borrow. So strange. That would have been a nice short, honestly. I just panicked because I was short. That would have been a nice short. 4 cents. Nice push there from 26 to 29. Unfortunately didn't hold up. So that's probably done for now. Watching back over 25, possibly. A little bit of a dip trade. Gonna cut it. 550 there. Taking it off, pretty much break even. Seller at 25. Buyer at 24.80. Buyer at 24.80 holding. Watching 25, that seller. Okay, watching 25.50 here. Taking some off at 25.30, watching 26. 25.63. Took some more off at 25.30. Watching this 25.60 area. Looking for the break, and 26. Watching 26, taking the rest off, pretty much break even. Back down. Buyer at 25. Popping out. LFCR making a ABCD pattern at 44. Hit 46, back down to 42. What is this? Duo? Just look at that. Big buyer at 25. There's 26. Hopping in here at 26. See if it holds 25. You see it break 26. You see 27. Must be a hidden seller at 26. There's 27. Watching 30. 34 is the high. Watching 30. Watching 30 here. A lot of volume coming in. 31, there's a seller. Be out of it at 25. Looks like it's failing. At least that seller is starting to come down. And then INVO starting to break VWAP. High on the day was 82, so we'll watch. Just see if it wants to hold. Put Duo on a side chart for now. Actually, it does look like a decent dip here at 24. Watching 25. INVO failed its view up. Out at 22 on duo. Watching 26 on LYLT. It opened at 25. See, this is what I was afraid of. I need to wait for it to prove itself before I can get back into this thing. Needs to hold 25.50, 26. Get a starter here. Watching break at 26. At 26.30, a bit of a late fill. Gonna take the loss on it at 25.70. Back in here. 26.60 was the high there. $26.20. Seller at 26.20. Buyers at 26. And at 26.20, watching 26.27 here. There's 27.50. Took off half at 27.50. Now we're looking at this over 28. 27.90 is the high. Hold up 27 here. Come on, hold 27. Seller at 26.75. Took off the rest. Back in 26.50. Watching 26.75, 27. Back in here at 27. Watch 27.25. Watch 27.25. Watch 27. Out at 26.50 for a loss. Watching 27. Big buyer there at 26.70. Back in here for break of 27, 27.50. Watching 26.70 hold up. Needs to hold 26.70 here. Okay, watching 28, 27. Watching 27, break of 27. Break of 27. Over 27, we have 27.90. There we go. Watch 27.25. 27.25. There we go. Watching 27.50, 27.90. Took some off at 27.70. Watching 28. Watching 28 here. Taking a little bit more off at 27.50. Watching 28. Taking the rest off. Watching 27.80 and 29 or 28. Starter here 27.70. Feel like it wants to break 28 here. There we go, 28.20. Out the rest at 28.10. Small scalp there at the end. When I saw we only hit 28.20, it was more so a false breakout. So I got out. Big seller, big buyer at 26.70 still. Watch that seller at 27. Oh, it's going lower. Okay. Nice recovery on that last streak that we were having. Today we were up at 1300 on the day, and then we gave back a few down to 1100, back up to 1400 now. Today's a good day. I could stop right now and be happy. Just wanted to see if it wants to break over 29 again. That's what we're waiting for now. Now we're waiting for the big move, the high day break. The 5-minute chart looks decent for that break of 28.20. It would just need to get some more green volume through 27. So this one's low volume, low price, low volume. I need to see it break 1340. Hopping in here, watching 1340. There's 1350, watching 1368. That seller there. 1335, there's a seller. Gonna take it off. Yeah. Half cent loss? Or, no. Anyway, this is just too low volume. I can't trade this. Hit 28, 2680 there. Needs to get back over 27 first. Buyer at 26.40. Buyer at 26.60. Watching 27. Getting a starter here at 27. Watching 28 now. 28.20 is the spot to watch. 28.20. Seller at 26.10 or 27.10. Taking it off for a small loss. I didn't want that trade to go red on me after being up on it. So we took it off for a small loss. Big seller at 27.10. Back in. As that seller broke. Does feel a little weak. It's not holding 27 like I'd like it to. Waiting. Needs to get back over 27 here. If not, it's a cut. Big buyer there at 26.91. Watching 27. 27.50. We need to see it hold 27.50 and then that 27.70 level. On 28.20. That buyer at 26.90 still there. Not budging. It's budging. Out at 26.90. It might have been too soon, but it does look like it wants to calm down. ALLR, also one of our leading gappers, is now up quite a bit. 17.30. And here at 17. Watching 17.30 break. Volume's decent. Need this candle's volume to increase though. Watching 17.30. Popping out of it, it's break even. Seller at 20 or 17.20. 17.50 is a pivot, pre-market pivot. Buyer at 16.50. Still needs more volume. Seller at 17.17. Buyer on ALRR. Watching 1730. 1750 is the pre-market pivot. Watching it break. 1750. Can we get 1750? Out at 17, break even. That seller's, that buyer's not gonna hold, I don't think. Maybe it does, but this thing's not worth trading. It's not worth trading until it gets up to 19. 18, 19. Put in the 17 range below the pivot, above VWAP, it's just not, it's not going. Needs to see some volume come into it where it pushes up over 18, over 19, for the high day break. Other than that, there's nothing. I've given back about 70 bucks off the top. About 70 bucks. Which I'm totally fine with. LILT's holding the 9 so far on the 5-minute chart. ASPU keeps on going. Maybe it's starting to get some volume though. ASPU. Starting to get some volume coming into it. Watch 15. It's 15 hold. There's a big seller at 15, 1540. Trying to figure out what I should do here about this one. LFCR just broke. Watch 60 here. Nope. Just broke from 45 up to 60. Missed it. Watching that seller at 60. Seller at 57. Taking it off at 57. Okay, ASPU 16. Watching 1650. Out break even. Then it goes. Okay, so I'm missing everything right now. ALLR just went as well. Okay. ALLR broke that 1750 area up to 1850. Starter here. Took it off at 18 for small loss. Watching 1840, that seller there. Watching 1850, 1860, 1836, average. Seller at 1870, 1880. Takes them off at 1860. There's 1880. Watching this break of 19. Let's see how many sellers are at 19. Not too many. Let's go ahead and add at 19 for the break. Takes them off at 1880. Taking the rest off actually. Watching 19 for the break. Watching 19 for the break. High at 820. Watching 19 break here. There's 1940, 1950. Buyers at 19 on the retest. Adding at 1950 for the break of 20. Watching 20 here. High day break. Watching 20, 1970. 1970, 1980. Watching 1970, 1980. Watching break of 20 here. Watching that break of 20. $19.50, $19.70, $19.90. Watching this break. Took some off at $19.50. Watching 1920. Watching 20 here. Break of 20. Break of 20. Watching break of 20. Took some off at 20. Out of it at 2020, 2024. Watching 2050. Broke high a day, so watching 2050 for continuation. There's 2089. Taking the rest off at 2089. Actually, we'll go ahead and cut that. Okay, we got it. We got filled. Anyway, watching 21 now. Watch 22 here for the extension. Cutting at 21. Back in at 21. Watch 21.50 for the extension at 22. Watching 21.50. Out at 21.24. Kind of break even. Watching the pullback now. Waiting for a big bid. There's a big bid at 20. Don't want to see it all the way back down at 20 though. Here it comes. Is it going to break 20? Lots of red volume on this candle. Does it break 20 here? Might be a hidden buy there at 20. I'm going to buy. $21.20 on the ask. Added at 21. Watching 21.50 here. Watching 21.50. 21.20. Watching 21.30. 21.50. I don't like the little volume of this candle though. I'd like to see an increase in volume. Through 21.50. Adding here at 21.50. Taking a little bit off at 21.40. Gonna take the rest off. That ad cost me a little bit. That's okay though. Sellers at 21. Gonna pull up LYLT again just so I don't miss anything if it does start going. Huge buyer. Watching the break of 26 or 22. Break of 22 here is 22.20. 22.40. 22.50. 22.60. Watching 23 here. Seller at 23 and just big seller at 23. Cutting the rest of it at 21.50. Small loss. Ends up being break even after all that. Watching 22. 22.90 is the high. Seller at 22. Hopping through it. So watching 22.50, 22.90. High day 22.90. $22.50 as a seller. Out of it at 21.90 and 21.80. Took a loss. 0.80. It's not big enough though. Need to wait for a big buyer. Buyers at 21. Volume coming into LYLT. 2560 is high there. $25.80 we bought. Watching 26 break. So there's a 26. Breaking down. Watching 26 break. There's 2630. Watch 2650. Taking it off the table. Watching 2630. Out at 26. Sellers 25.80. Big seller at 2030 on ALR. So big seller at 2030. Watch that seller at 2030. That was probably a stupid trade to take. Get back 40 bucks there. Watching back over 19. ALR back over 19. There's buyers at 19. Watching 1960. Watching that seller at 1960. There's 1997. Seller at it's 1980, out at 1980. Okay, LYLT starting to go. Watch 1650. Out at 16. Big volume on this candle though. Watching 1650 again. because the volume on this candle suggests a bigger move. Buyer at 1620, at 1630, watching 1650 break, 1660. Okay, watching 1670 here. Cutting it at 1650. Watch the break over 2650. Taking it off at 2630. 2650, watching. Out at 2630. 'The spread on LYLT is a little bit too much right now. About a 1 cent to half a penny to a whole penny spread. You know, both these stocks, they aren't at high a day, which is where I do best. So walking here would not be a bad idea. ALLR is done until, for me at least, until it gets back over 21. And LYLT would need to get over 27. 28.20. Once we see that, we can get some more smoother action, not this choppiness from the buyers and sellers being pretty even. We'd want to wait to get less choppy. And the spread on SDIG is a bit too much. Needs more volume too. Right now, I'm just waiting on LYLT to set up. If it doesn't set up in the next few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and call it. And what I mean by setup, I mean over 2650, over 27 for a move to 28. That's what I'll be looking for. Below 25, it starts to look like the move is less likely to happen. So a buyer at 25, but it's most likely going to break down here. Volume is declining. I also don't like the declining volume. I see FRC moving up as well, but I've been avoiding the banking sector. Just not good at it. The level 2 is very hard to read on the banking sector right now. The time in sales just flies by and you can't really see what's going on. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Up 1668 on the day. After fees, we're up 1574. So about $100 in fees today. Not bad though. Great first day of the week. I'll look to push it again tomorrow. And yeah, tomorrow. But yeah, we've been focusing on only trading high day breaks above VWAP as our primary setup. That's the one that's been profitable even during the red month of March. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.